Hello and welcome! After Sony shut down the PlayStation Network and all of its features in 2016, the only official way to buy, download, and install PSP games from the PlayStation Store was with a PS3. But what happens if you don't have a PS3 and the only game system that you want to use is a PSP? Well, today I'm going to show you how to not just buy new PSP games from the PlayStation Store, but also how to download and install them on your PSP with just a PSP and the internet. But first, a message from us at 16-bit. If you don't know what to do with your Game Boy, Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance games when you're done playing with them, why not check out our Game Boy display shelves? They're designed and 3D printed by us to hold your games comfortably and display them beautifully. If you're interested, why not check out the description to figure out where to get them today. So let's first go shopping and let's go and buy a new PSP game. Obviously, we're going to have to rule out buying a new PSP game with the PSP itself, since the PlayStation Store has officially been discontinued. On a technicality, you could search for a specific game, and in theory, you could buy it on the store still. However, due to the insecure nature of the PSP and its unofficial support and most likely laughably out-of-date encryption methods, I'd be very suspect of actually buying a game on there, and I personally wouldn't want my payment information being leaked online. So, for buying a new game, I'd rule out the PSP. But, as you're probably watching this on either a mobile device or a computer, most likely you have access to an internet browser. If you have access to an internet browser, you can visit store.playstation.com and you'll be able to go and buy new PSP games from there. Just sign to your PlayStation Network and look for the game you want to buy. I'm looking for a new demo, so demo it, find the game you want to play, and you can buy it from there. It's secure, it uses modern payment methods, and your information most likely won't be leaked to the internet. But now that we've purchased our game, how do we download it? Obviously we can use a PlayStation 3, but that kind of defeats the purpose. And back in the day, we used to be able to use the Media Go software, but this has long since been discontinued. So we have to find a way to connect our PSP to the internet, which is a little bit more easier said than done. If your Wi-Fi network won't let you connect your PSP to the internet, check out our guide that we've already done about connecting your PSP to Wi-Fi, as it is a little bit technical. However, if you can connect your PSP to Wi-Fi, and if you can sign in to the PlayStation Network, if you go to the downloads menu on the PlayStation Store, you still have access to your entire downloads list. But if you want to avoid the error message, or you just don't feel safe going on the PlayStation Store, you can go to Account Management, Transaction Management, Downloads List, and you can still access that menu from there, and you can download your PSP game from there. So once you've found your downloads list, found the game that you wanted to download, you can just download it directly to your system, and it will install and activate automatically. So there you have it. Even without a PS3, you can still buy and download a PSP game with just a PSP console and another device connected to the internet and access to an internet browser. It's a sad state to see that the PSP is a little bit harder to maintain by yourself. I mean, technically you can just use Sony PSPs and buy games on the PlayStation Network with a PS Vita, but that library is a lot more restricted than just a straight out store. Honestly, I wish the PSP still had some form of unofficial support, but for what we do have, I'm just happy that we can still download games on the system itself. At least until Sony decides, yeah, you can no longer do that. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have yourself a good day, and as always, take care.